Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host Eben, and today is going to be a very exciting topic. We're going to be talking about Mobil 1 versus AMSOIL OE 100% synthetic versus the AMSOIL XL motor oil 100% synthetic, and of course our Signature Series 100% synthetic, the best of the best. We got our Mobil 1. This is what you'd call a standard. This is the official NASCAR motor oil. Now, to give you an idea of where Mobil 1 stacks up, this is going to be about half or maybe a little less in turbocharger deposit testing than the OE oil. So the OE is 100% synthetic. This right here is, God, it's amazing how inexpensive it is for what you're getting for the high film strength, and we're going to talk about that right now. Hey, and if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. Go right on ahead and tap the subscribe button right here. All right, so we're going to talk about our first one. That's the AMSOIL OE, but first I want to talk about how the oils are different. So this right here, under a microscope, this is what like 100% synthetic would look like. All perfectly round molecules, same size, same shape. This right here is like little rocks. And this would be like our mineral oil, all different shapes, different sizes. And you would think that mineral oil would be, you know, a lot smoother than that, but under a microscope, that's pretty much what it would look like. So they refine this, and this is crude oil out of the ground, and they slowly refine it down and make it finer and finer. This is a built molecule where they actually crack the molecules and it changes the configuration of the molecules so they're all exactly the same. And what makes this so special is it doesn't allow carbon to attach to it the same way it does to this. It doesn't have all those rough edges where all these carbon molecules can start to attach to it. So that's what the difference is going to look like. Now we're going to come over to something that we all see every day. We all see like a product like Tropicana, and this is 10% juice, and that's normal. Most products are very high in sugar. You'll see one of the top ingredients, sugar, concentrate, and all that type of stuff. Now we're going to go over to a 100% juice. This is a cranberry juice, and this is not from concentrate. So this right here is probably $7 for this, and this was about $2. So you'll see there's quite a bit of a difference in price, but for the actual amount of juice you're getting, it's a huge difference in actual juice. This is probably 13 times more juice inside that bottle than in this bottle, if you consider the full volume of it. So now we're going to roll on over to our OE motor oil. This right here meets and exceeds the SAE standard, Petroleum Institute, and this has the little donut on the back, SAN and all that, API. So what this is, this right here is 100% synthetic. So the base stock on this is 100% synthetic, and then it actually has these synthetic additives. And this video is actually specifically for a good friend of mine, Alan. He loves the products and he asked for this video, so I'm giving it to you, Alan. I really appreciate you being a part of the channel, helping me. So now we're going to get into this. This right here, the Mobil 1, is a synthetic blend. So you'll notice it says here advanced full synthetic. So this is actually about 25% synthetic or more. So they can actually call a full synthetic with only 25% synthetic. So it's like saying this is a full juice when it's only 10%. So this could be 25% minerals, which is like these rocks here, which we just showed. You see how they're all rough edges, and then you'll see how these are all perfectly round. Now this is going to make a much higher film strength when it comes to creating a barrier. And now we're actually going to go into that right now. We're going to talk about the wear scars on the OE oil. So this right here, you're going to see the wear test. This is a test on a steel cam. So you have your cam and all different components in a vehicle. So you'll see how it's about half of the industry standard. So most of these oils, like OEM oil, like a Mobil 1 or something like that, These are all going to just meet the standard. So they're barely going to be able to get by and meet that standard. So that's what you're getting when you get something like that. Now we're going to be rolling over to our next one, which is the XL motor oil. Here's more on the OE oil right here. And this is our OE, which is showing the standard where all the different viscosities that it has. And this is our technical bulletin where we show the CST and how it cold flow tests. We're going to put a cold flow test to this Signature Series at the end. We're going to be showing that. So definitely stick around. You're going to want to see that cold flow test at the end. You're going to get a kick out of it. So now we're rolling on to our XL. That's our next one. Our XL motor oil is right here. This is our boosted protection, 100% synthetic, up to 12 months or 12,000 miles, 1 year, 12,000 miles. So this right here is once again 100% synthetic, but it has much higher quality additives. So I had a specific question. You say, what are these additives? Well, there's all different types of additives like dispersants. Dispersants keep the carbon floating in the oil instead of sticking to your timing chain, sticking around your rings and creating all this buildup and sludge in your motor. So you want a oil that has higher quality detergents. So if you're doing about a year on the oil, you would want the XL oil. Now you're going to see the deposit test compared to the industry standard. You can see how much better that is, a big difference. And it is warranty secured. So a lot of people always ask, will this void my warranty? And the answer is it will not void your warranty. You can use this on a brand new car. Not going to have any problems with your warranties. And now we're on to our Signature, where we're going to be going on to a couple more tests. Just want to show the technical data bulletin on the XL. Here are all your cold flow properties, CST, and stuff like that. And we did some cold flow tests with this on the channel. And now we're over to our Signature Series. So this is the best of the best motor oil in the world right here. This is what I refer to on the channel as the liquid gold. It's so pure, so clean, almost untouchable. And this right here has been good up to 26,000 miles on a van we did on the channel with oil analysis. And I use this in all my personal cars because I use the best of the best. I don't skimp on nothing because I know how much it costs to fix a car. Especially when it gets to super high-end stuff, it really can get pricey. So now we're on to our Signature Series. Now what makes this different is the film strength. So a lot of people, they ask, doesn't the viscosity make a difference? Won't that make your car last longer? And the viscosity actually has nothing to do with how much wear you're going to have. It actually has to do with the film strength, because the film, which is this 100% synthetic, that's going to keep the metal parts separated. And the more they're separated, you're going to have less friction, less heat, less wear. And the oil actually breaks down exponentially. So for every 18 degrees hotter a lubricant runs, it actually oxidizes at twice the rate. So it's one of these things where, you know, a lot of people, they go, man, you know, my oil at 5,000 miles, it's fine. Well, when you take an oil to 10,000 miles, that's like oxidizing it 4 times more. Then when you go from 10,000 to 20,000, that's like going 8 times more. So now we're going to show how AMSOIL is actually over 8 times better than the Mobil 1 here. So you're thinking, Eben, how can this be 8 times better? Well, we're going to show you right now. So we have our tests on that. We have some more tests we're going to go over in a second, but I'm just going to skip ahead and we're going to be going to this right here. This is our deposit test. So a lot of turbos are on a lot of new vehicles. This is a twin turbo V8, this car here. This is the synthetic oil protection machine. And a lot of these new cars are all turbocharged Hondas. So you'll see the heat that these turbos put off. And what that does is that actually oxidizes the lubricant. So you'll see compared to Mobil 1, it's 4 times better in turbocharger deposit testing. So they actually heat this oil up in a laboratory, and they actually measure the amount of carbon. It's like burning butter in a frying pan, and a certain amount of the butter is going to burn and turn black. Another part's just going to smoke and steam off, kind of like boiling a soup down. So now we're going to take a look at what the actual figures are on this. So this is the amount of oil that's actually turned into carbon on the AMSOIL. This would be the Royal Purple. That would be the Mobil 1 Extended Performance. Now what we have here, this is our standard Mobil 1. This is actually not Extended Performance. So this Mobil 1 is designed for your OEM intervals. So about usually 3,000 to 5,000 miles is what you're going to run this. Now this is going to burn off about twice as quick as the Signature Series. So if you have an oil burning problem, you're going to want to run the Signature Series right here. That's going to really help clean up your motor. I also recommend the AMSOIL engine flush, which that'll really help clean up your motor, which we have tons of engine flush videos here in the channel. Check out that playlist. You'll see it on the homepage, AMSOIL engine flushes. So now back to this, you'll see how that just doesn't burn down and break down and thicken. So now we're going to get to some of the differences in the wear testing. So you'll see that wear test, the industry standard is 90, this is 20. So that's about 4 or 5 times less wear than the industry standard. Huge difference. And this is a viscosity loss test. So over time, you actually lose your viscosity by boiling down the oil. So you'll see your Mobil 1 annual protection right here. And then you'll see your AMSOIL Signature Series is about twice as good as annual protection. So when it comes to a product like this, a product like the Mobil 1 here, this is actually about 6 times below the annual protection. So if you would think about that compared to the regular original equipment Mobil 1, it's going to be almost a 10 times difference from this Mobil 1 to this. And I get a lot of people on the channel, they say, well, there's a product that's called the Pennzoil Ultra Platinum, and they say how good that one is, and they say, well, that one's got to be just as good and this and that, and it's actually not even close. So in real world testing, the film is what seals your piston rings, and that's what keeps blow by from going into your motor oil. And now we're going to tap into that right now. So we're going to show the piston rings right here. This is our bearing wear test. But now we're going to get to, that's the difference between AMSOIL and most OEMs. Now we're getting to our turbo test. That's how it keeps your turbo clean. But there's the pistons. So right here, we got a test on the piston rings. This shows how much carbon goes around your rings. Now, the more carbon that builds up around your piston rings, you're going to have a lot more blow by. And what happens when you get blow by, you get this this fuel contamination. And the more fuel that goes by and into your motor oil, the quicker your motor oil actually breaks down. So it happens really quick. So you're going to see right here our oil volatility. This is our AMSOIL Signature Series, and it shows the weight loss compared to Royal Purple, Valvoline, all these major brands. And you'll see annual protection, and you'll see AMSOIL is almost twice as good as the annual protection. So it's really a huge difference in how much it actually seals your rings, keeps your rings, and keeps the oil from thickening and breaking down. And I know you want to see the technical bulletin on the Signature Series. We'll give you that right here. This is our technical bulletin on the cold flow and stuff like that. And I'm going to put my link to all this stuff down in the description section below. Now, I said to wait around and check out this cold flow comparison right here at negative 50 degrees Celsius. We're going to go ahead and show that right here. Take a look at the video, AMSOIL, the Signature versus the Pennzoil Platinum. We'll see you back. Cold flow test begin. Negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit below zero. it's tough to circulate your oil, and it's very important that you have instant cold flow on your startup, because that's about where 80% of the wear on a motor happens during the cold start. And you can check out a lot more cold flow tests on the channel right up here. Now we're gonna get into the cold flow on the AMSOIL. I know you've been wondering. So at negative 60 degrees Fahrenheit, below zero, this will pour. So that's right, if you live somewhere where it's really cold, you might be wondering about value and stuff like that. I know a lot of people are very concerned on price, and my joke is, I say if you have to ask how much this costs, that means you probably can't afford it. No, I'm just kidding with you. Basically, the AMSOIL Signature Series, this is the one that I use right here, that one is actually quite a bit less than free. So I get a lot of people, they're concerned about price, and you know, I don't know where to order it or how much it costs. You can get it through my link down below. If you're on a desktop or a laptop, click show more. If you're on a smartphone, you'll see a little reverse down arrow, click on that. You can pick up all the products as a 6-month preferred customer, and that will give you the best of the best pricing. And then when you use my link, I'll be your AMSOIL dealer, so I can always answer all your questions on the products. I can always help you with everything, and that would really mean a lot to me, and I would always be here for you. So I want to go back to this. Oh, and I wanted to mention, I do this stuff about 66 hours a week. This is what I do full time. So if you're wondering if I do this part-time, this is what I do all the time. So now we're going to get back to our motor oil and how it lasts longer and how it's less than free. So you'll see the severe service up to 15,000 miles right here on this oil, which we've done over that. We've done 20,000 miles. And you're going to see, so back on this and this, comparing that. So you would have to do about 3 oil changes to 1, and the amount of time it takes to do the oil changes costs a lot of money. Plus you have all the labor and everything else. So this AMSOIL Signature is actually quite a bit less than free, because your motor's going to last longer, your rings are going to last longer, like we showed right here. We talked about how your piston rings are going to last longer. Hey, and if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. Go right on ahead and tap the subscribe button right here. See this little notification bell? You'll tap that, and then you're going to hit all notifications. So you're going to tap this, and you're going to see none, personalized, all. You want to tap all, and that way you'll get a notification every time I publish a new video. That way you can leave a comment on any of my videos within the first 3 hours, and I randomly select people for the end of month giveaway. We give $100 gift cards away, all kinds of stuff. So we'll see you at the last Saturday of the month at the giveaway. All right, and if you just want to get your toes wet and try a little something from AMSOIL because you're curious, which that's the way I was, I learned about AMSOIL at SEMA here in Las Vegas, the Specialty Equipment Market Association. It's the biggest car get-together in the world right here in Las Vegas. And today we're at Sunset Park right by the airport. Really cool location, love it down here. And but I wanted to mention the PI cleaner. This is the fuel additive that cleans your valves, your injectors, all the carbon deposits inside your combustion chamber. And I want you to check out this video clip of Reggie, what he thought about this when he tried it. Get to it.
What did you put in the tank yesterday? What was that you put in the tank yesterday?
Oh, we put in the PI Performance Improver. How did that feel, Reggie?
Oh, my car drives like a brand new Porsche.
Holy cow, that's remarkable.
It was wonderful. I love it. That's why I'm here today with Eben for part 2.
Let's do it. So this right here is the results on the PI cleaner. This is what it'll do to your car. This right here cleans your valves, cleans your injectors. It helps the injectors atomize. So you'll see a 14% increase in power. And this is in just one treatment. And this is on a Silverado 5.3 liter V8. So it's gonna have a very comparable difference on your car. And I've had people on the channel get up to 5 miles per gallon average better. So on one full tank of gas, they're going 50 to 70 miles more per full tank. So if you're thinking, does this stuff really work? It really works. It's unbelievable. So if you want to try all that, you're more than welcome to. All that stuff's down in the description section below. And if you're new to the channel, remember, we got the end of month giveaway where we give all kinds of $100 gift cards away, tools, all kinds of stuff. Just appreciate everybody that leaves a comment. So leave that comment below. If you love the information that we shared here, definitely go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Slap that thumbs up button. That helps out the channel, lets people know it's great content. Subscribe. This is a video on some other great frequently asked questions with AMSOIL right up here. Check out that playlist, and we will see you back right here on synthetic oil protection. Cheers to protection, protection, protection.